You know, I don't know if this is gonna be a rant or whatever it's gonna be, but this has to be said. It's a lot of people out here that are very insensitive about other people's needs, about their children needs, about their parents' needs, about their friends, and even their damn self. So insensitive. You have thousands of people out here trying to be motivational speakers or whatever they're trying to be. And ain't nothing wrong with that. We all need each other as humans. We do. And you might need something from the next person, whether that person be a homeless person or the top 10 US 30 master, whatever. You learn from people. But what I've noticed and what I'm taking in is some people don't know when to say shit to each other. You don't know when to say the right things to a person. And that's where the technique of understanding and filling out a person and using your intuition comes in at. It is okay to hurt. It is okay to lash out to a certain extent, not neurotically. It's okay to express your feelings. It's okay. Some of these people out here think it's not okay. They think it's negative. Those feelings are there for a reason. Use them. I don't like being around people. This is personally for me. I don't like being around people that I can't vent to and just sitting back and listen without giving me your opinion. All listen to what I got to say. Let me vent. Venting is a positive thing. Venting gets out what you need to get out my chest. If I can't get if I can't get the anger out of my chest without you cutting me off and trying to tell me what to do and telling me this, that, and the third, I don't want to be around you. So I know y'all the same way. And I've done it in the past myself. I didn't allow people to vent. I just automatically went, got all opinionated. Oh, you don't need to act like that. You don't need to be like that. Blah, 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 blah. No, venting is normal. Venting you have to do that. Everyone's voice wants to be heard. You want to feel a sense of significance. Why are we so insensitive to each other? Why don't you allow the person to vent? Now, if he's neurotically venting, okay, or she, whatever's neurotically venting, still listen or get the hell out of their way. They'll find somebody else that'll listen. You do that to your children. You don't listen to your children and you wonder why you ain't got no good relationship with them. Why they don't want to listen to you or talk to you or they have some type of animosity about you or your spouse. You don't listen to your spouse, you automatically flare up. Now they don't want to talk to you. Now they talking to somebody else and getting comfort in somebody else because of you. And it's the stuff that humans do to other humans. So insensitive. When did we become so insensitive? When did we become not a shoulder to lean on? Why are y'all so tough, big, bad, and nasty towards each other? Especially people below the age of 30. Y'all selfish. That's what it is. It's a lot of selfishness. A lot of hurt yourself. You so hurt, you don't want to hear other people's hurt. You want to hurt alone. Selfishness is not a way of life. Stop being selfish. Be more compassionate. You want to be a motivational speaker, you want to be a person that people can lean on, start learning how to be unselfish. Start being able to be open-minded, be open-eared, open the mirrors, listen. You don't have to give a speech all the time. Let the person vent. And I'm talking to myself too. I'm not just talking to y'all. That causes problems in y'all relationships, problems in your parenting. You don't look in the mirror and be like, okay, my kid acting a damn fool. Where do I play a role in? Or, oh, my husband or wife is doing this. What role do I play in it? The compassion is gone out here. There's too much selfishness, too much individuality, too much. This is one of the reasons why I love enlightenment. Enlightenment teaches non-duality. We all the same person, just in a different body. That way, I can look at you and say that you're just another part of me. That I could be more compassionate and more open-minded and more clear for a message from you. You know what I'm saying? And like I've said before, I've gotten advice from homeless people. I'm talking about people that's been homeless for years, look dirty and busted and dusted. I've gotten advice from them. I've gotten advice from your average Joe Bing person and to your highest esteemed person that think that they got money and this and that. We all in this together. We all in this together. That's why I don't see the point of being selfish anymore. I'm getting to the point where selfishness is selfish itself. Being a go-giver to the right causes is the better way. I feel that selfishness, if I think of self, you know, oh, it's all about me. The hell with this person over here. Or, oh, well, I want some money, so I'm going to rob him. That's selfish. Highest form of selfishness. Robbing, killing, stealing. If you look at all of the stuff that you call bad, I bet you'll see that it's all selfishness. Because listen to some of their stories. Well, I needed $50, so her purse was right there. That's selfish. Well, he did this to me, and this, and I ain't like it, so I shot him. Selfishness. The hell with selfishness. Be more compassionate. And I don't want to put out the wrong energy because I try to stay positive, and and I have to fuss. There's yin and there's yang. That's another thing I want to talk about. Yin and yang. I know it's Chinese. It's Buddhism. But there is a yin and there's a yang. You're not gonna feel like $1,000,000 every day. You can't be Mr. and Mrs. Positive every day. You have electricity in you. Electricity goes through different currents. And you gotta remember you had 20 and 30 years of programming in your head. It's a full-time job to work on you. It's a full-time job to get your mind together. It's a full-time job to break paradigms. Yes, you're going to get frustrated with yourself and other people. Yes, you're going to get upset. Yes, you're going to feel like giving up. That's normal. Let people you let people reset their own buttons instead of you trying to reset their button. I'm going to say that again cuz y'all don't understand. Let people reset their own button instead of you trying to do it for them. I do not like being around somebody that's trying to reset my button. You don't even barely know me. When I get upset, I need to calm myself down. It's called self-help. I read self-help books. I'm helping myself. It's a full-time job, 40 plus hours in this, just to get where I'm at right now from the first video to this video. It took blood, sweat, and tears and reading and dealing with old paradigms and different monkey mind stuff in my head. It's not easy. It's a challenge. And that's why those monks get away from humans and go up in the mountain and meditate all damn day. I see why. It's too many distractions out here. It's too much distractions. It's too much distractions out here. Y'all so distracted, y'all can't even pick up a book and read it. You're so distracted, you can't even close your eyes and meditate. You're so distracted. And then it's evident, especially if you go into a job for 40 plus hours a week. Of course you're distracted. You got a whole bunch of kids and they need you. That's a distraction, but I mean it's a good distraction, but still, distractions are distractions. Minimize the distractions so you can work on yourself, man. So you can work on your selfishness. So you can work on being more open-minded and open-eared. Some of y'all got some paradigms that y'all can't even explain, especially if it's generational paradigms. You can't explain them. You just saying the same stuff the next person's saying. Oh, why are you a Christian? Because God loved me and I'm born again and got baptized. Well, all of y'all saying that. Why are you really deep down, think deep down inside? You didn't choose your religion. You didn't choose your name. You didn't choose where you were going to live. You didn't choose that you was going to speak English. This stuff was handed to you. So with that being said, you got to understand your mind is not your mind. This is somebody else's mind that was embedded in you. So since it was, you got to see where I'm coming from when I say it's a full-time job to work on your psychology. Once you understand and start working on yourself and becoming aware of how you are and how you're changing like I have, now I can look back at another person that's not doing what I'm doing and have some compassion for them. This is not an easy task. It takes some of them monks up there in India up to 50 to 60 years old to get where they need to be. And that still ain't nowhere. That's probably still 1% consciousness. From the time I picked up my first self-help book, Think and Grow Rich. From that time to this time, I probably didn't even grow not even 1% consciousness because it's that intricate. Full-time job to work on your psychology. So it's gonna be a full-time job for other people to work on their psychology. Come on now. That's why you got to be a little bit more compassionate. That's why you got to listen to people, let them vent, let them feel comfortable. A good therapist allows their people to get comfortable. That's why they sit in that chair. That's why they got a fluffy pillow and let them talk and they take notes. And when they're done venting, then they talk and they use softener words, not harsh words and all this. I understand now. You don't help nobody like that. You don't help nobody with force like that. Some of y'all do that to y'all kids and you wonder why they don't deal with you. Here you are, the parent, the one that made this kid, the one that's supposed to love this kid, cherish this kid, nurture this kid. And the woman is being unnourishment to the child, being giving the child tough love from day one all the way up to 18. The woman is supposed to be giving the child nourishment and love, unconditional love. Some of you women do not give unconditional love to your children. That's why they grow up and be all tore up here. Some of you fathers don't give that structure and everything that your children need to sustain life. That's why they growing up being crazy. Some of y'all wacko jackos because your parents didn't do a damn thing for you because they were being selfish. And that's what this rant is about. Why is the world so selfish? When are we going to turn back and be more compassionate? This whole year should be about compassionate, especially with all that's going on, this COVID-19, all this bullshit that I don't even pay attention to no more. It ain't worth my attention no more. You would think that people would come together and be more compassionate about each other, about any situation. This hatred, it's easy to hate somebody. It's a challenge to love someone unconditionally. Challenge yourself. Stop taking the easy route out. It's easy for me to get mad and call you to bitch and all this other stuff. It's a challenge for me to love you, don't matter what you're doing. It's a challenge for me to love everything that I hate. Love it to death. It's a challenge. Won't you start challenging yourself? None of y'all challenge yourself. Y'all just numbed, just fry your brain and numb it until you die. Just tiptoeing to death, not challenging yourself. You got this big brain that's ready for you to learn and go through stuff, and y'all ain't doing nothing but doing the same thing over and over again every day. Going to these jobs knowing that you only gonna get a certain amount of money, they salary capping your money, and you content with that. I'm not content with no job that's salary capping my money. I want unlimited money. So guess what? I got to get out here and get it. Yeah, I got a business. I own a business. it's still not adequate of what I want it to be. So guess what? I got to get out here and get it. I got to get in here, come inwardly and figure it out. Yeah, I struggle with stuff too, but I work it out. I go inward and work it out. Sometimes I get frustrated. Today I'm a little frustrated, but eventually I work it out. My message is just be patient with yourself and be patient with people. Show some compassion, and maybe things will get better. Maybe. No, it will get better. That was my rant for the day. Peace. Next video.